Those sidewalls are so crazy stiff.
So this isn't sketchy enough to make me feel good, though.
Oh, I hear it.
Come on! Are we off the ground yet?
I mean,
What is up, Light Brite Nation? We've got the stepchild in the shop. That rear door looks funky. It's flopped all the way open. The reason is because we got to get back there. Actually, got to take that door off because we've got some stuff for the stepchild. So not too long ago, we put some PRP seats in the stepchild, which are super freaking awesome. We love them. Heated seats with pouches, water bladders, all that kind of good stuff. And now it's time to finally add the harnesses. Now you can get them all different colors, all which ways and kind. We did want to go red, but there's a lot of red in the Jeep. The seats have red and everything. I think keep it a little classy with the black. I kind of like this, and really simple. So there's tons of different kinds of harnesses, right? This isn't going to be a race vehicle. I know I go fast, I go hard in it. I did want to be more safe. So what I did is look at this. The shoulder straps are sewn into the belt straps, and then boom, it just has a frickin' buckle. You can't make that any easier. No clasps like our race harness, like this guy here, right, you gotta fumble with. Literally just a normal buckle. So these guys will get tied down to the new seat brackets. This will get installed, but how exactly do we install this into a Jeep? Well, it's pretty easy. I'll show you that. You also see something else here on the table. American Adventure Lab. This is their door panel storage compartment Molly upgrade. Check this out. This net. I mean, it's a good idea, but all you do is you put stuff in here. It scratches your door panel, and now you put stuff in it, and it hangs down below the door. And then when you shut it, it gets caught in the door, and then you've got to like lift it up. And I think Jeep can figure out something better to do with this, or better material. This is a hammock for babies? Like, I don't, what is this? Yeah. So American Adventure Lab, they came out with these Molly panel webbings that you just pull the door panel off. I don't know if I have time to do it right now. I'm going to try. We got to pull the door panels and everything off. But first and foremost, we want to put these PRP harnesses in. They are super comfortable. They've got padding. The adjusters are super nice and easy to use. That's all super nice. So we're going to get this installed right now. So when I decide to send it out of Johnson Valley or hit whoops or go fast or hopefully not rear end anybody anymore. I know we haven't fixed that. And don't worry, I know, yes, this is rusted. We never painted it. This was a prototype. And so I didn't spend the time to paint it or clear it. So it's rusting out. We'll get a new one on there. It looks nice and pretty. But let's get into how do you install PRP harnesses the correct way? What do you have to do? Because one thing you don't want to do is this. You don't want to mount them behind you to the floor. Some people think, oh, I'll just come through the seat, come down, and mount them to the bottom of the seat bracket back there. Do not do that. That is pulling down on you. If you were to get into a wreck and something happens, that is literally compressing you. That's not what you should do. I've seen people do it. They'll come through here, come down, and tie in down here to the floor, to the bottom of the seat brackets. That is an absolute no-no. It is not safe. You don't do it in a street vehicle. You don't do it in a race vehicle. Please, please, please do not do that. Please install these the correct way. So I know I said I had to take the doors off, but I guess really it's fine if we just open them all the way up, because what we're going to do is pull the inner plastics here and be drilling through here. So I was going to have Chris make me a harness bar, but there's one already in production and it's pretty quick. It's pretty cheap. That's rock hard 4x4. I don't remember how much it was. It's not very, very expensive. I think they had to make it. We got it in a couple weeks. It just recently showed up. So 4 bolts. It literally sits right here on the pinch weld. You drill through here and on the other side, and it will sit right back here. Now, what I don't know yet, because I need to mock it up, is I don't know if we put this in, is if the back seats will still fold down. And if they don't, that will really, really suck, because when we travel, I fold the seats down and I use it as storage. And this year, we actually may be ditching the F450 in the trailer, not ditching it, just leaving it here at home and going back to just the stepchild and just dragging the stepchild around the country, going to events for E3 Off-Road. We have a 2022 trail takeover tour. If you're not a member of E3 Off-Road yet and you want to be part of this trail takeover tour, go head over to e3offroad.com, become a member, and you can get signed up to be able to hit us up. We're doing 10 or 12 of them this year, plus a couple events down in Texas at Maris Off-Road Adventure Park. I think we're doing 3 or 4 down there maybe. It's going to be pretty crazy. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to come and join us on the trails, if you want driving techniques, if you want to learn driving techniques from me and you want to learn spotting techniques from Brittany, you can bring the family out. We can teach you guys that kind of stuff. That's what we'll be doing on these trail takeovers. Just wanted to throw that in there because we might just be taking this. Also the Bronco. Well, as we come home and hang out, we'll probably take the Bronco, then go out, then come home, take the Jeep back out. So that's kind of the tentative plan for now. Anyhow, I need Chris's help to kind of get this mocked up here, and then we'll see if the seats fold down. Please, 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 I hope they fold down. Come on, babe.
Come on. What?
We're doing install stuff, and we have a friend here to help do tires because tires are a pain and we're almost out of time.
He has a surprise for you.
Yeah, so we were pulling all the tires in to go mount tires. Go look.
Are there 42 case specs here? No, I've seen the 42 part. I'm looking for the for racing purposes only part. I'm looking for the case spec part. Yes.
So you're ready to break your buggy
Oh,
now.
I'm ready to destroy it.
Pick it up. If you can pick it up, I'll mount them for you. Oh my God!
I got it.
Oh my God!
I got it off the ground.
You did.
You have to mount it.
Thanks for showing up to come help, buddy.
No problem, man.
Our tire machine isn't strong enough to break down the inner bead on that.
On a case spec though.
On a case back, yeah. So our tire, so it's not strong enough. So we're using the ARB jack on the front of the stepchild. Those sidewalls are so crazy stiff.
Bro, this isn't sketchy enough to make me feel good, though. I need the sketchy pole bounce.
So what's nice about this is the ARB jack actually pivots, like the bottom of it actually pivots. You can see how far off that is. And then when you need to let it down, you just hit the red handle up there. It's pretty nice. Yeah, you're not out yet. Oh, I hear it.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Are we off the ground yet?
I mean, you are off the ground. So you're off the ground, and that's not done yet. All right, let's move it back over to the machine. All right, so the best thing you want to do to get this installed is hire yourself a Chris.
I knew that was coming.
What I like about these PRP seats is that they fold all the way forward and all the way back, so it gives you way more room. I have this one back a little bit right now just to see where the bar was at for the seat, but check this out. Look at that. Stock seats don't do that. So anyway, you measure 10 inches down from that guy there, and that's where the top of the bar is going to be. So we got to come up some. We were just guesstimating, and we were off an inch. Drill ourselves some holes and get that baby in there. And eventually, we should probably just cage this thing. But it's still really nice inside, isn't it? Like,
It is really nice.
like, why? Anyway, it's nice that these doors are easy to remove. So that's it. We just use some clamps, get that on there. All right, so now with the bar secured and tied down, we can go ahead and get our PRP harnesses in. The harnesses usually come with this eyelet here. We don't have that set up, which is fine. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this buckle off of here and you're gonna just use this here, and you need to feed it back through twice. I'll show you what I mean. Like, you're gonna kind of come around, go around the bar, and then feed it back through and then back through itself. Oh, that reminds me. I think they said that we have to have 2 buckles on the Ultra 4 car for this year's KOH. I need to find more buckles. All right, I don't think this is gonna be possible to do with one hand. So I've got that buckle off. That one's still on there. So what you gotta do is you're gonna feed it through like that, and then you're gonna weave this through. So let me show you that. So you feed it through just like that. Then you're gonna come over and feed it back through this guy, or keep feeding it anyway. So you're gonna do it till it looks just like that, which is normal. But then you wanna come back through this guy right here. That's the thing you want to do at the end, because right here it can still move and whatnot, and you still have adjustments where it'll loosen and tighten. So you're gonna feed it back through and that'll lock it in place. But you want to get both of them on here first, and then get the seat in position so you know how much slack you need. So you want to get those even. So I'm gonna do the other side and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, we got them both hung. They're the same exact height. I don't know if that's going to be good where that's at. I did want to start with them at the same height, though. We'll put them through the seat and then get the side buckles mounted. That's how that's going to go for right now. That's a good place to start. All right, so when you're done, it should look like that. Over and through, and then back through, and that locks it in. You can see that both of those are basically dead even there. So those are even. This is where I sit, and those sit perfectly comfortable. Now it's just time to do the lap belts, which will attach to the seat down here. They got a bolt hole there, one on each side, and we're good to go. All right, that's it. It's all done. Bam, look at that. Good to go. Got Brittany's in there too. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Nice and padded. Brittany sat down. I need to adjust hers a little bit more. I need to come up a little bit higher. That's pretty much it on that. The Jeep's ready to go. The PRP seats and harnesses. Got the harness bar. You can see how that sits back there. Looks like there's plenty of room in the back seat. Oh, and good news. Don't know if I showed that, but boom, seats still fold down. That's what we were looking for. That's what we were hoping for. And I keep my... I could have had this on that whole time. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry for the crappy light. Look at that. I forgot. I keep this headband light bar right there. So anytime I need to use it, it's just right on the backseat headrest. I haven't used it in so long that I forgot it was there. Well, there you go. There's a bit nicer video of this now. And you can see how this is all wrapped up and nice. And it looks like there's plenty of room in the back seats. And I might even put like some padding here. So the rear seat people actually have a bar now to hold on to. So that's kind of cool. What else do we got? All right, so now that the Jeep is done, Beck is going to help me on the side-by-side because we've got a ton to do on that thing. Right, Beck? Yeah. Yeah. So we got the Pro R in here because this is going to be the chase pre-run vehicle. And while Chris is working on the bomber, getting this still situated, this guy needs some help. This needs some work. It is a badass machine. Chris and Beck will be following us in this. That way we can bring tools, we can bring extra stuff, lunches, and they can chase us down, have fun, but also if something was to go wrong, we'd have our much needed pit crew to be with us. First and foremost, this thing needs some skids. Now it does have factory underbelly, but it's just plastic and it's super, super thin. And King of the Hammers isn't very nice to vehicles. So we got with factory UTV and got our favorite thing ever, which is UHMW skids. It's what we use on the Bomber, what we use on the Jeep. Next Venture Motorsports makes the skids for the Gladiator, coming out with the Bronco, all that stuff. This is exactly what you need when you're gonna go play on the rocks. It is slippery as butter and it's super durable and it absorbs impact super, super great. Now Factory UTV makes them for all kinds of makes and models. We had them on our Turbo S. They think that it fits and we're here to test today that it does, and I really, really hope it does because I really don't want to damage this expensive machine out at Johnson Valley with these crazy kids driving it out there. It's super simple. We're gonna go ahead and drop the stock pan and then we're gonna overlay it onto what we have here. And so here you have the full front skid system. This is the rear where the engine's at. And then they also give you the front diff. We're gonna try it all, see what works, see what doesn't, and get this thing ready. We also have some rock sliders from Polaris that are red, gonna match the cage and the control arms. Those should just bolt on real quick too. And while we're at it, so you guys know that we got the brand new radios from Rugged here that are going in the Ultra 4 car. We're taking the old stuff, and this is gonna go in the side-by-side. So that's gonna go in the new Pro R, along with the old pumper. The old pumper that came out of this is gonna go into that, and then the new pumper is coming into this guy.
It's all in that box right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it's over there. Yeah, look at that. So all that, there's the new antenna whip, there's the dash mount. So Rugged makes a cool dash mount that will go in, so the radios will go there, my switches go here, but actually we're gonna put a Switch Pros on this guy. There's the pumper kit. Look how cool this is. Super tiny. Comes with a controller and everything, so look at that. So this is all gonna go in the Ultra 4 car. I want all the nice new stuff in the Ultra 4 car, and then all the used stuff that's in the Ultra 4 car that was been in there is gonna go into the new RZR. Kind of flip-flopped. Oh well. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna jump under here, and you can see the skids here. So it just has these bolts all over the place, and you can see how thin this stuff is. Super, super thin. It's just plasticky. There's not much to it. That's gotta be 1/8 inch, maybe. And you come down on a rock, and that's going through there. So we're gonna get this guy off of here and overlay it on what we just got, and see if it fits. I hope to God it fits. Something up here hold it? So I got all those off. It looks like maybe these Torx right here are holding the front of it on. You do have to pull these Torx out right here, and then it's like stuck on there, and you gotta like, it's got these little tabs, pretty strong plastic tabs.
Yeah.
Okay, so that looks pretty close to what we have over there. Let's go see. All the mounting holes look like they line up, but then I don't know what these guys are for. Huh. Okay, instruction time. All right, so we just kind of hung it with just the 2 factory bolts real quick. A lot of these up here work. Those are assumed the ones that you have to drill. But when you get to the back, this doesn't work. Here's where the 2 in the rear meet up. There's the control arm. There's nothing for these to secure to at all above here. There's nothing for these to go to. And these 2 right above here is the gas tank. So that's no good. There's nothing for the rear diff skid. There's nothing above any of these holes. The rear frame of this is way different, and then it ends way early. So it ends here, doesn't go back to there. Now if you pull it to here, that almost fits, but that's still short. Then here's the gap here with the gas tank sitting right there. This hits the bolt right there for the rear trailing arm. That bolt hole out here doesn't line up. That one does. So it looks like none of this is gonna actually work at all. God, look at that thing. That thing looks freaking rad. It would look so much cooler with 35 for sure. Because the machine's so big, 35s would look great, but I feel like you'd lose some of that zestiness and that fun. So if you don't really understand how expensive KOH is yet, we got a whole truck full of tires. All right, so we did get our 35s in a couple days before needing to leave. Let's see. We're gonna throw these babies on. That'll give us some even more ground clearance. I think those are gonna fit the vehicle, the look of how big this thing is huge, but putting these 35s on will definitely help there, and not worry about breaking it. Without gearing it, I think it's still gonna be fine. I do like how playful and everything it is right now, so throwing 35s on it definitely gonna slow down some of that pep and playfulness, but we don't have skid plates. Remember, those didn't fit. This is like the next best thing. Get it another couple inches off the ground, and hopefully you don't have to use those skid plates. Or if you do come down on something, you're not coming down on it as hard because now we've got more belly height. Okay, this thing has a crazy amount of travel. That's a 3.5 ton, huge snap-on jack that goes super high. No, it's not off the ground. It's not. So, plan B, ARB jack. So this is the problem without bead locks. Can't mount these tires. Yeah, there's too much play. If you have bead locks, it's easy to do. But without bead locks, you need a cheetah, bead seater, or starting fluid and a lighter, which is always really fun. A nice big explosion. You put an air hose on there, put a bunch of starting fluid out and run it out and hit it with the lighter. And as soon as it explodes, you hit it with air, because otherwise it'll explode and then it'll suck back in and collapse. So you have to have air on it to hit it with air right away. But I don't have starting fluid or a cheetah or a bead lock. And the closest store is like 25 minutes away, so it's an hour to just go get starting fluid. Maybe I can find a cheetah in town. I doubt it. So note to self, don't blow a tire off-road. How in the world? Like, I know we're doing all 4, but look at this. Look at this droop. That is insane. Oh my Lord. This car is ridiculous. Oh, who's gonna get that now? Ready, set, go. So here it is on the 35s, except when you jack it up, when you're done jacking it up, it doesn't compress. Like, look at this thing. I mean, I know I'm not very tall, but still, this is absolutely hilarious. So to get it to come down, I think if you just turn the key on. How cool is that? So this is in comfort mode, right? And then if I go to track mode, rock mode. How crazy is that? All right, let's see what she looks like on 35s now. Oh yeah, that fits the machine. That fits it pretty good, huh? This is 35s, guys. Look how absolutely crazy big and mean this thing looks. Oh, the back of this thing just looks mean as hell now. I mean, it did before too, but holy cow. Ready for hammers, baby. All All right, so we spent a bit of time last night. I mounted the antenna up there on the roof because we need to put comms in here because Chris and Beck will be driving this. You see all the interiors out. We routed the wires down through and through. There's 2 batteries under the seat, so the power wire will come through the center console through here, and then Chris is gonna figure out a way to mount both radios in here. We're not 100% sure how we're gonna do that yet because none of these things that come for the Pro R actually fit because they're for the XP. Chris is gonna figure all that out, but we'll have comms so that way we can talk to people. All this is back together, and there's the radios. Look at this. Boop, boop. There they are.
Yoko,
So,
oh no.
that's installed. We think it all works. We don't know yet. Yeah, helmet stuff. This is good to go if we have time. I think we'll put the Switch Pros right up here. So it's up out of the way, and Chris said he could just make a bracket coming off that mirror mount. And what's really cool is they actually give you holes in the cage. You can put it right through there, and it runs right down, and then there's a hole that comes out right down the inside, and it dumps into the back.
Now the reason that cable is not ran through there because it's an
Coax.
antenna cable, so the end of it is huge.
Yeah, I tried to. This little 4-plug guy, look, boop. See, it's already in there. So that's not a problem. That'll be super sick and be pretty easy. And I think Chris is a pro at these. So instead of on the steering wheel, he put the PTT button here, and then he put it right in the middle there, and he just did a sick soft wrap on it. That's where we're at. The Nitto 35s are on it. All that looks good. The sliders, no skids, but look at these seats too. I think they're sick. I know people don't like this color combo. I think it looks badass. Also, because like you know what it is. Oh, spare tire. Oh. It works. Man, so glad I actually checked the video, and it turns out that all this work that Beck and I did on the RZR has no audio. I don't know what to do. I guess let's go over what the heck we did on what doesn't have the audio. So we put these sliders on, these metal sliders, and in the no audio, I talked about how thin they are, and these are super duper thin. They're already all scratched up from just getting in and out with your shoe, and like the paint's already all messed up. The only thing that hold these on are 3 bolts, 13 millimeter head, and they're about that long, super thin bolts go into the frame with these like these 2 swedge pieces, and it locks into the holes. I don't think these are gonna take much abuse at all. I could be wrong, and maybe this is just how they all are. This is how thick the tubing is. It's not very thick at all. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It feels solid, but it's just really lightweight, and I don't think it's gonna take the weight of this machine. Now you gotta remember, this machine is like 400 plus pounds heavier than the Pro XP, and these are gonna be the same exact sliders that go on it, and these are the heaviest duty ones that they have. So we're at the mercy there. So I don't know, Polaris, I guess we'll find out. We might destroy these things and destroy our Pro R a little bit, or maybe not. Maybe I could be wrong. Well, look, one rock, they are pretty much destroyed. They are flattened. They are pushed into the door and pushed into all the plastics. Told you. One thing you guys did get right, though, is the spare tire carrier. We've got a 35 mounted up here. It says it only takes up to a 33, and the 35 fits. Yes, that's orange. It clamps down. And look, even the shocks hold it up. So that's super cool. I mean, that's actually pretty awesome. And the cool thing is, I can still get to all my bins. I can get to my bins. I can lift the bin out if I need to. Look, it's one hand operated, pops up, and it's solid. This thing is on there. Look how freaking mean this looks. This thing's ready to go, though. You know, you can see Mr. Chris up there. That's not ready to go yet. He's still...
I'm waiting.
He's still welding on stuff. So right now, the rear light bar used to just have cop cable zip ties, like those really thick ones they arrest you with. Yes, the ones they arrest you with, yeah. Anyway, it was just zip tied there, and he's like, no, he couldn't do it. So he made these little tabs, and then now the light bar will just slide right in. So if I roll it, it's protected. But that's not. If I roll it, that's gonna be a bad time. Should we do like a hoop right there? So if I roll it, it hits the hoop, or would it just crush it anyway?
I'm just gonna put a hoop here.
I don't. It was just a silly idea. But so what I'm saying is, say I roll it and I crush this guy, we no longer have GPS, which means I can't finish this crazy race course. So the idea is to put a hoop. So if I do roll it,
let's put a hoop right here.
I guess. Do we have to triangulate it from the spare tire? Because the spare tire is going to hit, and that's going to hit.
Just a nice little bar, just so that it has some crush protection. I mean, unless you're gonna wide it up in the desert.
No.
Then you
I just
rip
mean
it
like
off.
if I'm crawling something that's slowly like, you know.
Yeah, I'll just put a little guy right here.
That might be kind of cool. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So the dash panel here that has some of the switches, Rugged actually has a replacement panel that's metal, so you can put your radios in there and then the switches underneath it, but we're not gonna do the switches underneath it. We're gonna do another Switch Pros for everything. So the Switch Pros will run that light, the reverse lights. Once we put a winch in there, it'll run the winch as well. I don't think it's gonna show up before we get here, but WD Electronics has the sickest setup for a street legal kit. WD Electronics. So you have your blinkers in the lights here, and then it actually comes with the blinker stocks. Every other street legal kit that I've used, even in my YXZ and the Turbo S, it just has a rocker switch that you mount somewhere, and then you always forget because you're like, oh, let me turn. And you hit the rocker switch, you turn, then you forget your blinkers on the whole time. So that's super cool. I'm actually really excited to get that on here. This thing cruises down the road at 70 miles an hour just fine, believe it or not. Like, it's actually very comfortable and nice to drive. Let's get the rest of this done and installed as soon as Chris is done with the bomber. So Chris has been doing double duty. Me and Beck have been working on this, and he comes over and kind of figures more out that needs to be done while he's working on the bomber. It looks like it's not ready, but it's pretty close.
We just need to put her clothes back on.
Yeah, it's just paneling and like some tidying up, like 2 days of just tidying up. He'll be in the garage till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning the next couple nights, I'm sure. The only thing we have left on this is just the air pumper kit, which isn't absolutely necessary. But since Chris and Beck are gonna be following us in this, in our dust, I'm sure they're gonna want a pumper kit because we have one in this, but we're gonna be up ahead of them. I would suggest that he hooks that up. I guess I could maybe do it, but I think he'll do a lot better job.
Okay, do it.
Should we show that? I can just close this out. That's it, guys. That's it for this one. Chris is going to put the pumper kit in that before we leave sometime. So, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, seeing all the stress. I don't know if you can tell I'm stressed the hell out. I don't know why he's not. I guess because he knows what he can do. It's a few days, 4 days till we go. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at LiteBriteStudios.com. If this came out after KOH, then thank you guys for coming or not coming or watching us on the live stream. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye. Now, factory, what did we do in the Jeep? Oh, yeah, I haven't told you.
Harnesses. Cut that part out. Want to do those maybe?
No, I can't do that. Oh, that's falling off. All right, I think, so we got to pull the Jeep in, and maybe you guys can guess. Maybe that's going to be on the next video. I think, might be on this video. I'm going to film it like it might be on the next video or this video. You're not going to know.